Hello, greetings. I'm Gilles Morcillon. I wanted to come and say hello on this beautiful day, this Sunday. I've been asked a question about the nature of emotion. Where does it come from? For emotion is something that's uniquely human. My guides have told me long ago it is something that's unique to the humans. And it is a fourth dimensional, astral body is a fourth dimensional aspect of ourself. And in essence, it is. It is emotion can be joy, emotion can be bliss, emotion can be happiness, emotion can be compassion. So all those emotions are wonderful, but sometimes we are led to lower emotions, like sadness or all kinds of emotions that do not feel us. So it is a sign that that we are misaligned with something that is not being integrated. And the key to understanding that is that there is great happiness that lies right beneath the dark emotions. Emotion needs to be addressed in order to find what's behind them, what does the emotion is trying to tell you. And so we need to address that rather than using drugs, alcohol, or tobacco, or all kinds of distraction to avoid our emotion, because otherwise we push them down and they keep on coming back with more and more intensity. It is really our alignment, our ascension world comes through the alignment of our emotional, physical, mental, and astral body. So the emotion have to be aligned with the, and so it is important. As far as I know, the emotion comes from the blood flow. There is three energies that from our cells, and within our cell there is those three energies that are being communicated all the time. There's the blood flow that moves up and down. There is the electromagnetism that carries the information from the cells to the central nervous system and the brain, and there is the Akash that condition all those things. And so those three energies have to be understood and aligned. And so as we do this cleansing, we cleanse it is through the blood that we are being cleansed. When we liberate toxins, we liberate. It is a transformation that's happening within our blood. Our blood is being transformed. And so life is happening step by step. It is one step at a time. We cannot go one more step. Like energy, once the energies have been sent out, they have to go through the whole cycle of time, and then whether it's positive or negative, before they cannot be prevented from stopping. They run through their process, and then once everything being circular, once they reach the ending point, then there is a result. And so understanding that the mind may lie to us too. The mind is controlled by the ego, the lower mind. And so, but the soul knows, the soul has the truth. And if our soul, the soul is really what conditions all of our physical life here with the health systems of the angels. But and if we have difficulties in our life, it is because our soul needs to wake us up. It's not, our soul is not masochistic or because it is us, and nor sadistic. It does not want us to suffer. It is because we made some lower choices that we have to move into higher choices, the choice of love. And for that we need to understand that everything is transitory except the love that we feel. For life has created, God has created everything in love and beauty. Everything that we do not like was created by God, but everything we like is also created by God. And our relationship to God is our relationship to life. And so it is important to make peace with that, to move into this frequency of love, to understand that there is this inner presence within all things that allows each free will to explore his own choices, but in essence, God is the innermost part of each and every one of us. But it's also the coordinating power of the whole process. And because all come from the Creator, and it is the part that keeps it all together. And that's also keep everything together. So it's about respecting God, connecting to understand that respecting life. Life needs to be respected and loved and adored eventually. For we adore the source. We worship only the source. We do not worship the effect of the source. But we can love with all our heart the whole effect of life. And as we do that, the discordance come into alignment. They can no longer be. We are being protected. We are being loved. We are being guided. And so this is... also wanted to say that the Archangel, beloved Michael, was reminding us of this power to become still. We have to learn that we can return to stillness. And this is very important. And also the Archangel Gabriel was reminding us in a message recently that the power of the one word. I might do some paintings about that, the one word. So any one words will reinforce that power. One word, like if you want strength, you call strength. You want to call harmony, you bring harmony. You want wealth, you repeat yourself wealth, and you become wealthy. And we have to move from from beliefs and hope to knowing. Once we know, and it's anchored. There's this knowledge of things. So be your truth, stand in your truth, become even if that means breaking up certain relationship or standing alone. It's far more very important in this period of testing to stand in your own truth, to stand erected, to be standing up and learn to walk. First we have to learn to walk before we can start running. Because if we start running and we're not ready, we're gonna fall down. So just first stand up, stand in your truth, hold your light. And so, but this power of one words, any words will do. Abundance, harmony, peace. When you're discordant and you repeat the word peace inside of you, it will bring you back into this alignment as your focal point turns into this power. I might do some big paintings with these one words. There will be many soon. I'm going to have this studio where we'll be able to do that. So yeah, hoping and wishing is good, but knowing is better. For once you know that love is that you are love, you are here to manifest your highest dreams and desire, to serve the universe, to serve life, to serve God. Then you have all the powers of heavens that are behind you. You have the power of a million sun that can flash the light before you. So there is no limit to the potential of what can be realized through this connection with the source. That is our true self. For our spiritual family is a vast in heaven we have this vast spiritual family, but on the earth we have to connect with our soul tribe. Eventually our pulse will resonate together and will create harmonization between all the tribes. We'll make peace, we'll find support and understanding, tolerance, and we'll become one community. For it will take some time, but we have to work first to attract and connect to our own soul, to those people that are vibrating on the same frequency, that have the same desire, same thoughts, same sense of humor, same interest, and also soul frequency with those people that we don't need to say all those things to understand each other. There is a natural understanding, but we've been spread out throughout the world, and so sometimes they come to us, sometimes we have to go to them, and so but there will be a lot of connection this year. I also wanted to say that we have to forget the idea of the past. The past has never been. It's gone. It's completely gone. There is nothing about the past. Although memories from the past may come back in the present to be handled, to be integrated, to be harmonized. The past is completely gone. There is just the eternal moment of now. It's an infinite moment, and the future it never will happen. For all that is coming in the future is because there is a potential within the now for it to happen, and then, as we cultivate that potential, this future, what we call the future, is coming closer until it becomes the now. But it is always the now. And so understand everything, all your power is in the now. It is not tomorrow, it is now. So it is very important to understand that. Well, I hope this message was resonated with you. That's about all I will. So because we've been fragmented when we decided to go through these timelines, we decided to experience those experiences of the samsara. We fragmented ourselves. We become so we now have to return to center, to regather all those parts. For I'm not really allowed to speak about my past life, but for I know sometimes there is certain things that are very funny that I looked at. How people look at certain of my past incarnation, and it's like, well, this. But I'm not allowed to talk about this, but I'm really eager to return to find the whole of my Akash, to know all of my past life, all of this memory, so that is coming up for me in the future. I'm really eager for that. I'm going to pull 10 cards from the Angel Tarot to see what the angels will. For it is quite wonderful. The situation is freedom and liberation. Our soul is going to be liberating us from all those things. Once we've done our inner work, we have accepted to get on with the program and to follow that guidance. There is a point that we'll be liberated, and the whole planet is going to be liberated as well. It's even those who have not done the work will be freed from a lot of their karmic baggages. And we are here to assist them. We're not here to blame them for not doing the work. We are here to assist them, to help them, because whatever we've been through, it's been really hard for those who have been in spiritual ascension past. But everybody's going to have to go through that. Even those who didn't want to go through that, they will have to eventually. There is no accessing the fifth dimension from the third dimension, but to go through the astral plane. the realm of shadows, and then finding the light within the dream, and then establishing ourselves in the upper plane of the fourth dimension, where the beautiful dream, the paradise, the envisioning of the best vision is known as the only thing that is real. And then we move into the higher planes. What's around the situation is the departure. We have to be ready for living. There's all kinds of things that are happening, and we have to be flexible. We have to be free to travel, or to live the old reality, the old matrix, the old belief system. If you're comfortable within your physical life and you don't plan any travel, there is still a new reality that is being burst every day. This crisp, that is new, that is a new you, a new reality that is here for everything is been renewed. And so it is important to work with that, to work with this rebirth, this death and rebirth, the power of the phoenix. And here what we see before us is the accomplishment. There is much that we have accomplished and much that we will even accomplish. So there is a great deal of joy coming from the satisfaction of the accomplishment. Accomplishment comes from intelligent effort. What comes in the past, in the subconscious, is the reparation, it's restoration. It is to work on what has been spoiled. There were certain things that we did unconsciously, all those that we did in our past. We have to forgive ourselves, but we need to repair certain things. And now we are moved into determination. Our focal point is being determined. We know that we do not want to let the bumps on the roads, the ego, the fear, the doubts, anything that can prevent us from finding this, from moving directly into this happiness and joy, to slow us down. We want to address all those things, take the time to not to overstep any step. But we are determined to achieve that return, to achieve that salvation, to achieve that joy, to achieve that collective ascension that we came here to serve. And so we are renewed with strength and determination. What's coming up in the near future is the écoute. This means listening. It's about being able to hear. Life is always in the present. There is always higher wisdom. If we have our ears open, we will find that life is talking to us, is informing us. Do not doubt the insight that you get at every moment of now. For the lesson of yesterday was the lesson of yesterday. It was the school of yesterday. Today is a new school, a new lesson. Every level has this new lesson. And the more we learn in one day, the more the next day the lesson will be different. Life, the soul, the angels, they all have prepared this curriculum for us. And so it is important to listen to life, to listen to what is being said, and to understand there is sometimes the reflection will reflect us our fear, and sometimes it will reflect us our destiny. So it's about discerning, not to give power to those reflections that can be negative, in order to self-determine towards what is really wanted, which is the light and love. Our strength within the situation is joy. Joy is something that is quite wonderful. It is something that eventually we want to move into this joy in a permanent way. Joy is the engine of evolution in the higher planes. Everybody lives in joy, but here joy is more like an aspiration, an emotional aspiration, that we want to find this joy. For there are people that bring us joy, situation that brings us joy, but this joy we have to create the inner condition for receiving that joy internally and attract it externally, so it can be mirrored and reflected in the outside world. What comes from the outside world is wealth. So what more can we want? Is true wealth. It's abundance. It is abundance of money, abundance of connection, abundance of inspiration, abundance of potentiality, abundance of intuition, abundance of there is all kinds of abundance, but this is wealth. So wealth is so we want to be wise in administration of wealth, it is about the administration of it. It is about enjoying yourself and being generous. In which whatever you have is because the universe has gifted to you, so it is yours. You don't owe anything to anybody. That's been given to you from the universe. But it is natural, once you have fulfilled all your desire, to assist others in their paths. In a way that's balanced, once again. Then what we have in our inner emotion, our hopes and fears, is rejoicing. It's about rejoicing. It's about being excited about what is to come. There is no more need to have fear about the future or to go back into the past about regret. It's about being in the now and rejoices, because we know that what is coming is so much better than anything that's been in the past. And the past has just been a training ground to lead us to where we are now, where we're going to be able to experience that great opening. Once we are ready, the door open. For it is the law. There is the law of one. We want to align. We are aligning on this vertical axis. Yet we are both the vertical and the horizontal axis. So we can project a life sequence of event that is harmonized in relation to our vertical alignment. I hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't yet, I'm sure eventually you will understand. That's why we're all working on is this vertical alignment in order to synchronize with the horizontal flow of time and matter. And the outcome is revelation. So it's about paying attention to your dream, paying attention to your insight, paying attention to what life is telling you, what I'm telling you as well. But your inner, what comes from inside of you will always be superior to anything that comes from outside. For any teachers that will teach you, will seek to bring you back to that alignment in order for you to be receptive to your soul and your spirit, for that is really the outcome. And then from there, all things, the cosmic mind anything will be possible. The painting behind me is a painting on astronomy. It's a complete painting. I'm working on many new works, so soon looking forward to move. Very soon I'm not going to be able to make all those videos. I'm using the time I have now to make those videos because I'm going to have to take care of all my business. I have all kinds of things that are relating to my art and my books and my projects and all those things that I will still communicate, but until then I enjoy making those videos every day. I'm going to finish with a song. It's about a romantic heartbreak. For sometimes romantic love is wonderful. It's one of the most powerful human experience, but sometimes we've been wounded in past relationship and those things kind of stick to us. It is like a very powerful thing that we need to heal sometimes. And this is a song, a French song of an Israeli singer it's about it's a beautiful song. It reminds me of my teenage years, and so it went through my mind last night, and so I'm going to sing it. It's about hoping that not really believing, but hoping that someone new will come. For sometimes we feel like we are so much in love and this romance didn't work, so we feel so in despair and we feel no one will ever be able to fill that void. But then with time we heal, and then we meet someone else, and then the void is filled and new love is being discovered. There's always new level on relationship. It goes like this. Vous mes amis, tant de fois vous me dites que d'ici peu je ne serai plus triste. J'aimerais bien vous croire un jour, mais j'en doute avec raison. Essayez de répondre à ma question. Qui saura, qui saura, qui saura? Qui saura me faire oublier, dites-moi. Ma seule raison de vivre, essayez de me le dire. Qui saura, oui, qui saura. Vous, mes amis, essayez de comprendre qu'une seule fille au monde peut me rendre. Tout ce que j'ai perdu, je sais qu'elle ne reviendra pas. Alors si vous pouvez, dites-le moi. Qui saura, qui saura, qui saura? Qui saura me faire vivre d'autres joies? Je n'avais qu'elle sur terre et sans elle ma vie entière. Je sais bien que le bonheur n'existe pas. Vous, mes amis, le soleil vous inonde. Vous dites que je sortirai de l'ombre. J'aimerais bien vous croire, oui, mais mon cœur y renonce. Ma question reste toujours sans réponse. Qui saura, qui saura, qui saura? Qui saura me faire revivre, dites-moi. Ma seule raison de vivre, essayez de me le dire. Qui saura, oui, qui saura? Qui saura, qui saura, qui saura? Qui saura me faire vivre d'autres joies? Je n'avais qu'elle sur terre et sans elle ma vie entière. Je sais bien que le bonheur n'existe pas. Qui saura, qui saura, qui saura? Qui saura me faire revivre, dites-moi. Ma seule raison de vivre, essayez de me le dire. Qui saura, oui, qui saura. A great song from Mike Brandt. Actually, he killed himself. It's like it was this beautiful, very great guy. It's like, but sometimes we. Love can be overwhelming, and sometimes we have it is. But we do want to leave you on a positive note for this. It's about who will make me feel this joy again, and so the joy is coming no matter what. If you're open to love, love will come at your door. And just go out there and meet it. Be there. Well, I hope this message was fun and entertaining and educational. That you find it interesting. That some of those things resonated with you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I thank you for everything. Namaste.